Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Darksabre, and welcome. So this is the debut of Ask Darksabre Anything. I had some people bring up this idea, and I thought it sounded really good, so I think we're gonna give it a go. And so essentially, the basis is pretty much what it says in the title. You can ask me anything you want. I will answer. I'm gonna try to make this a regular video, but how regular will depend completely on you guys and how often and how many questions you can give me to like do these videos on, obviously. So what my goal is to hit up 3 or 4 questions a video so we can kind of keep them short and go through all those questions. Pretty much anything is on the table. For the most part, I'm pretty straightforward with any answers to pretty much anything I get asked. Obviously I'm not going to answer like personal identifying type stuff, so you could like hunt me down in real life or whatever, but anything else like relationships and all of that stuff is fine too. Like, I consider my content to be mature. Now, like, I'm not going to be like explicit or anything, but like if you've got any kind of like mature questions, that's fine too. As far as how to ask the questions, if you join my Discord, I have a specific server all for questions. You can post them there. Now that this YouTube video is going to drop, you can post them in the comments of the YouTube video, and I might use those on the next one. You can also hit me up on Twitter if you want, although Discord or the YouTube comments are probably your best bet if you want to get a question. So with all of that said and done, let's go ahead and jump right in. Now I am going to kind of randomly pick questions, so yeah, we'll jump around a little bit. All right, so I feel like this is probably one of the best questions to start with, and it comes from Mipter. It says, why did you start streaming and doing YouTube and so forth? So obviously this is a pretty common question that most content creators would get. I feel like my answer is maybe a little unique. I actually started streaming to help me personally with public speaking, because like I've been shy all my life, like for as long as I can remember. I've been super shy. Like obviously if I'm with like friends and stuff, no. In fact, if you ask them if I was shy, some of them would probably even say no. But like when it comes to new people, whether it's like people at like my job, or you know, just like meeting people on the street, or like going to like a party, or like going in a restaurant and stuff, like I was taught and brought up with manners. So like I will say like, hi, how you doing, you know, hey, you know, good to meet you. But anything beyond that, like any kind of small talk, like I freeze up. I don't know what to say, especially if it's someone that I'm attracted to. like if it's someone that, you know, like most people would like flirt with and stuff, like I just lock up and I just can't. So I don't know, if you're talking to me and like I'm super quiet, maybe, you know, wink wink. But anyway, but no, like that's one of the reasons I pushed myself into streaming, because I mean I've always done games and I was like, why don't I stream it? I've got this hardware for it, so let's do this, right? And it really helps. So not only did streaming help, because it helped me to like focus on talking, because if you look at any streaming guide, any kind of tips for new streamers, one of the biggest things you'll always see is do not be silent. Like even if you have no one watching, or if you have some people lurking but no one's talking, you always want to be talking. Like talk to yourself if no one's in chat to talk to, right? So like just kind of keeping that in mind really helped me to just kind of like keep talking, you know, and then people would jump in every now and then and they would start talking back, and then I would talk to them and I just flip my camera. But yeah, so like that was the thing, like it just helps you kind of like build up a little bit of confidence, and you're in a setting that you have control over, so it helps you like push it all to the side, you know. So that's kind of why I got into streaming, and then I'll go one step further and say that's also a reason why I jumped into VR chat, as well as I'm always liked roleplay, or at least the idea of roleplay, because I'm shy. So VR chat also, if you don't know, look it up, but a lot of my videos and stuff come from that, or at least that's where I started. But it's a social game. You don't have to have VR, but anyway, look it up. But it, because it's a social game, it kind of forces you to like jump in, you know. And of course, my first few weeks in VR chat, I mean, I kind of stuck in the corner. I basically was a mute, didn't really talk to much people. But being in there, that and streaming really showed a big improvement, because if you can practice there, it will bleed over into your real life. And like even at like work, my past job, I mean, I definitely noticed a huge improvement. And so it can really affect you. And I've pushed a lot of people who have some social anxiety and stuff, that if you have the hardware and you like playing games, just give it a try. I mean, it's free. It's not like you're paying for it, you know. Just you can download like OBS and all that stuff for free. So like, just give it a shot. I mean, worst case scenario, you don't like it and you just, you know, you find something else, but it can really help you. So hopefully that answered it. That's really the main reason I started. You know, of course, as a gamer, you know, lots of gamers just kind of like, oh, I'd love to play games and get paid. Now, I don't really make a lot of money. In fact, if you count like all the art and like all the time and all the stuff that I put into streaming, like I basically make no money, to be honest. But yeah, so like, it's just one of those things. It's more of a hobby, you know. If you're interested in it, definitely jump in and give it a shot. All right, so moving right along. So now we have a question from Pillsbury Doughboy. Can you do a kickflip? Well, first, I guess I have to ask, what exactly is a quick flip? Okay, so if that is a kickflip, then I absolutely cannot do a kickflip. I would guess. I was never like, I don't know. I was never a, what's the word? I don't know. I've never been like a really flexible person. Like growing up, you know, I always played outdoors and stuff, but I never was into like gymnastics and flips and somersaults and anything like that. I mean, the most you were going to get out of me was, well, I guess a somersault. Isn't that where you like, you do this and you just kind of like roll? Like I remember I used to do those when I was little. I don't really have like full body on, or I would maybe even try to do a somersault for you guys, but I don't know how that would work with the headset on. All right, so let's go ahead and move right on. What this question comes from Bismarck. What is the cutest thing to you? That, it's a really interesting question. There's lots of cute things. So like, I don't know, like obviously I'm a big fan of cats. I think kittens are just absolutely adorable, especially when they're like tiny and like, because they're so like helpless and innocent, you know. So like, I think they're just really cute. I always liked kids. Like, of course, I'm from Kentucky. You know, it's very religious here, so I grew up in church. I would always help out in the nursery. Like, I always liked kids. Now, I won't say, like, honestly, I think kittens are more cuter than kids, like little babies. But, you know, kids can be cute, too. They have that, like, innocent nature, and I feel like that gives off a lot of cuteness. Okay, so moving right along. Alright, so here we have from Zath. Your fans near and far. So I think what Zath is asking is like, where are my fans? Like, are fans of mine mostly like around me, or are they around the globe? I think that's the context of the question. And of course, it's hard to get exacts when it comes to this. Twitch will give you some kind of like general layouts, although I'm not even sure if they're always right, because people use VPNs and whatnot. I think for the most part, well, especially if we're talking strictly about the people that I've had direct communication and like discussions with, I think for the most part, my fan base comes from the States. And I think, you know, I mean, that's where I'm at. And like, I feel like because of the time I stream, you know, it's just kind of like the late night crowd in the States, and so it kind of makes sense. Now that said, there are several people from outside the States. Like Zath himself is obviously, he's not from the States. Terradrone, one of my mods. Zath is a mod in Discord as well. Terradrone's a mod in Discord for me. Like, they're not, neither of them are in the States. You know what? It just dawned on me. I've got a lot of mods in Discord that aren't from the States. Rat Hammer is also a mod of mine. He's not from the States. So, like, there's definitely a lot of people out there who aren't. And, well, and to be honest, that's probably because I stream so late and sometimes, like, up until 8 in the morning my time. I've met through VR chat several people from, like, Australia, you know, lots of people in, like, Europe and Germany and things like that. So for the most part, definitely, I think most of my fan base is from the States, but you know, there's certainly some spillover, and you know, it's kind of cool. It's like you can meet people from all over the world with the internet. It's such a great thing, you know. All right, well, I think that's probably going to actually sum it up just for the first video. Like I said, in these videos, I'm going to try to answer like 3 to 4 questions each, just to kind of keep the time length down. So again, if you guys would like to ask me any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or join the Discord, and feel free to drop them there. And I will try to, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'll answer pretty much anything eventually, but we'll just kind of randomly pick 3 or 4 for each video. So if you like the video, make sure to hit the like. If you haven't subscribed, definitely do that just to help me out on YouTube. And I will hopefully see you guys next time with more questions. Thanks, guys.